What's up, guys? Zach Kincaid here, and I just wanted to make kind of a quick video, kind of go live, just to give you guys an update on the channel and also just a gift I have for you guys. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened in the past couple of months, and just needless to say, it's all because of you guys. I know I only have, just under 1,600 subscribers, but because of you all, I've been able to go as a full-time creative, a full-time musician. I am working with Joyner Lucas and the team at Tully. As you know, I can't really disclose anything like that, but it's all because of you guys, and I really wanted to give back to you this year. So I kind of wanted this video to be an overview, and also at the end, if any of you watching have any kind of questions, even if it's about tech, if it's about any kind of gear you need, or just your music in general, I'm more than happy to answer any questions like that. I'd also like to go over the fact that super chats are live. So if you wanted to do that, it would support the channel directly. Everything would go straight back into this channel. But I just want you to know you do not by any means have to do that to get my attention, because I highly doubt there's going to be that many of you on here. But let's go ahead and get into it. So to start with, I just want to say thank you, and kind of as a thank you, I want to help you guys by promoting your music and helping you get more music out there. And what I mean by that is I actually want to do review videos of your music. I want to talk about when you blow. Drew, I definitely will, man. I will remember you. Thanks for the comment, man. But basically, I want to do review videos of your guys' music, give you guys points and tips on just what you could do, what I think you could do to make it better. And I also want to do some free mixing and mastering for you guys. So the reason I really want to do this is because I've been there myself. I know what it's like to have an idea for a song in your head and to have something you really want to get out, but when you finally record it, it doesn't sound nearly like what you want it to be. And I want to help you guys. I want to help speed up the process for you because I know it's pretty expensive. So I have my email down in the description of this video where you can send any kind of audio files that you want mixed and mastered. Try to keep them organized for me. And the only stipulation I have is that you have to allow me to make a video on them. But other than that, completely free mixing and mastering for you guys. So if you want to take advantage of that, I would highly recommend it. Second thing I have is something I've actually been contemplating on doing for a while now. For those of you who don't know, I went to one of the top music schools in the country. I went to Belmont University, and I paid way too much money, paid $160,000. Not all of it came out of my, out of my pocket, but it was a very, very expensive school, and I majored in music and technology. And there's a lot of stuff I learned and that I had the opportunity to learn that I want to teach you guys. So what I'm saying is I'm going to spend the better part of the next few months, probably the full year, developing a course for you guys to take you from an absolute beginner to someone who could make a full song for themselves without anyone's help. And I'm going to do it. It'll probably be in about 20 different videos. It's going to be hosted somewhere off of YouTube, but it's going to be a course. And unfortunately, due to the amount of time I'm going to have to put into it, it will have a cost of entry, but I mean, I'm going to keep it absolutely as cheap as possible. And it's going to be something where if I had the option of enrolling in that kind of course before I went to college, if I would have learned the same amount of knowledge that I could pay $160,000 for, if I could pay like $40, $50 for that, if not less, I would 100% do that. And that's just another way I want to give back to you guys. But due to the amount of time it's going to take to do that, there's going to have to be, some kind of, pay to enter that. And I don't really know what that's going to be yet, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that that will be coming. And third thing, I'm going to be doing, hopefully in the next couple months, something kind of interesting. So we're right now just below 1,600 subscribers, and we're growing by about 150 a month right now, and that's going to keep growing exponentially. It's going to go up and up. And so what I thought would be kind of cool is to offer you guys some very, very limited merchandise. And this would not be something I make any money on, but let's say, 10 of you buy a t-shirt or something like that. You would be the only 10 people in the world to ever have that t-shirt. It would never be sold again. I would say if it's a hat, 10 people have it. You would be the only 10 people to have it, and I will sign them for you guys. So, one day the goal is to eventually have my music on the radio, have over 1 million subscribers. That's my goal, and I'm not going to stop until I hit that. So, if you were able to be one of the first 10 or so people to have limited merch from that, something that could be possibly pretty cool. And again, I wouldn't make money off the top of that. Happy birthday, Drew. Happy birthday, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for another minute or so. If you guys have any questions about music or any kind of production tips that you want, or even if you're looking into a new computer and you want me to talk about what it could possibly do for you, I'll stay on for like another minute right here. And reason I went live, I actually, I'm doing my daily videos. I filmed a video, and by the time I was able to get home from my brother's, it's about 3 hours away. I hit traffic, I hit all kinds of things. It was just to the point where if I was gonna get that video out today, I would have to half-ass the edit, and I didn't want to do that. So I said I'm just gonna save that video, go live to communicate with you guys. And that video will be coming out tomorrow, and we'll continue the daily videos from there. So just gonna stay on for like a minute or so. If you guys have any questions, leave them. If not, thank you for the few people that did tune in, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me. This is cringe, isn't it? Yeah. No, Drew, though, is it really your birthday, man? I don't know if he's here anymore. I see we... Well, happy birthday, Drew. Daniel, what you... Look, man, honestly, the hardest part for me, at least as a college student, is to get a licensed DAW. I got LMMS and MPC Mini software, but not nearly as cool as FL. That's kind of hard. I know what you mean, and it sounds like based on what you're using a Windows computer. I would never recommend getting a cracked version of anything. But that being said, I learned on a cracked version of FL Studios. I've used a cracked version of Ableton myself, so I wouldn't advise doing it, but if you did, you can learn quite a bit. Also, if you're using an MPC or you have like the Akai Mini that I made the video on, get the new MPC Beats. There is a lot of stuff in there. It's still kind of limited, but a better DAW isn't going to make you a better producer. It's really not, especially if you're newer to it, especially if you don't have that much equipment. It's just going to tie you down when you have more things to focus on, and you really should just focus on the fundamentals. Learning music theory, learning how to be just a better musician in general, learning timing, learning how to make certain hooks and pop melodies. And I know there's a lot of people like to do hip hop, but hip hop is pop now. It really is. So learning how to incorporate all of that stuff on a music aspect is far more important than having the most full-fledged DAW that you don't know how to use. So that would be my answer to that for you. You're 14, Drew? Oh, man. I remember those days. That was 11 years ago for me. I actually turned 25 December 28th, so I'm getting old. I didn't get Mark III, pulled all the samples from MPC. Lo-fi hip-hop is what I'm going for, by the way. All right, Drew, I would say, dude, the fact that you're 14 and you already got your mindset, start as soon as you can. I would highly recommend that you ask your parents, beg them to let you make a YouTube channel. let you make a TikTok. Start putting content out right now. Like, I started this YouTube channel 3 years ago and I half-assed it for the first 2 years, to be completely honest. And if I had started when I was your age, I would not be in the small of a like studio right now. I'd have an actual studio. So that's what I have to say to you. Put it out, even if you don't think it's good. You're going to be able to look back in 3, 4, 5 years whenever you're going off to college. And you may not even have to go off to college because you could have built a brand for yourself. So start early. Let's see. Daniel, I didn't get the... Sorry, just... Nickel, if you just joined in, basically I talked about some things my channel's doing. We're going to be doing free mixing and mastering for you guys. There's my email down below, so you can just send any audio files there. I'm also going to be reviewing some of your music, so you can send that to the same email. I'm going to be doing limited merch. Basically, first come, first serve. It'll be the only time you could ever buy it because my channel is exponentially growing. I'm not going to make any money off of it. And last thing, I'm going to be doing a course. You'll hear a lot more about this in the upcoming years, but basically it's going to take you from someone who's absolute shit at making music production to someone who can make a full-fledged song on their own. That's kind of the short answer. Let's see. I didn't get it, pulled all the samples from it. Lo-fi hip-hop is what I'm going for, by the way. All right. So Daniel, here's what I got for you. Go to MPC Beats, download that software because that software comes completely free and it comes with a couple of packs. You don't have to have the Mark III to have it. It's free. Get you a subscription to Splice. Splice.com. It's $7.99 a month. That's really not that much for how much you get. You can download 100 samples a month. Every beat I have ever made has had Splice incorporated it in some way. Like, and they're royalty free. Once you download them for life. So even if you only do it for a month, you pay $7.99, you can get 100 different samples that are yours to keep for life. So do that. If you're trying to make lo-fi, there's literally packs called lo-fi hip hop. Download that entire pack, cut it up, make your music on MPC Beats for free. Literally, if you have just any, you're literally with MPC Beats free, you can spend $8 and start making really, really high quality music by using those samples from Splice. Y'all, my arm is getting tired. No problem, Drew. Hey, if you do make that YouTube channel, go ahead and email me a link to it. I'd love to support you, man. I'd love to be your first subscriber. I'm telling you, start as young as you can because while you don't have any responsibility, now's the time. Because once you do start getting responsibility, your passions start to slip for what you have to do. You start working for money rather than for what you love. So start when you're 14, when you have the least amount of responsibility there is. Just a side note while I got you guys, I think I might end up doing like one of these live streams once a month, just to kind of check in with you guys, see if you have any questions. Also, if you can't think of your question right now and you're watching this or you didn't make the actual live stream, email me your question or DM me. Literally my handle on anything is @ZachKincaid. DM me any kind of question you have. A lot of you have already taken advantage of that, but I am here to help you, genuinely. I do make a little bit of money off of my YouTube AdSense, but it's nowhere near what it should be. But yeah, just I'm only doing this to help out you guys. All right, I think if there's no more questions, we're about to hit 15 minutes. I think I might go ahead and end it once we hit that, unless there's some more questions. Oh, also, any of you guys play PlayStation? I'd love to play with you guys. Literally, my PlayStation PSN is Zach Kincaid, so add me on there. I'd love to, do some zombies with some of you guys. Maybe we can live stream that on Twitch or something. Who knows? But I'd love to connect with you guys in any way possible. You already have a video out on YouTube? Okay, so it's just under Drew Beats. I'm gonna go check that out as soon as this is over, man. You just got a new subscriber. I'm here to support you guys. But anyways, do you produce music? Yeah, I do. I do produce music. I don't produce as much as I used to when I was in college. I used to do a lot more along the lines of producing, mixing, and mastering, and I want to get back into it. That's part of the reason I'm doing daily uploads, is to build some kind of discipline for doing music every day. But I make the majority of my money from doing video work now. Like I made a video about side hustles you guys can have to make money to help fuel your music. If you guys can somehow save up $300 and go buy like a used Canon Rebel, there are companies out there that will pay you big money, big money to make videos for them. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of, I don't know if I should talk about this, but I mean, I've been in contact with, I don't know if you remember him, some of you are probably young, but David Archuleta was on American Idol. I've been in contact with him and his manager to possibly do some video work for them. Nothing is set in stone, obviously, but like just developing skill sets outside of what you normally do is just it's gonna allow more opportunities to open up for you to make money. But when it comes to actually producing music, to answer your actual question, yes, I do. I haven't been doing it as much as I should, and I'm going to be kicking that up a lot more, especially now that I have the MPK Mini and I can just throw it in my bag and take it with me wherever. But, oh yeah, dang, I wrote this down to talk about it. I'm going to be doing, if you guys want, obviously, we'd have to see how many people were interested. I know Hoozy is interested because he's DM'd me about it. I'm going to be doing a cypher on my channel. I've been working on a beat that I'm going to pretty much give to you guys, and we're going to all collectively make a song with it, and I'm going to put it out on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Deezer, what is the other ones? I mean, does anyone ever, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, like all of those. We're going to make a cypher, and we're going to put it on this channel and all streaming platforms. And I'm going to split royalties with everyone down the middle. It probably won't make that much, but I mean, it's just something fun for us to do as a community. So be on the lookout for that as well. SoundCloud is out. I do use SoundCloud, but I have a bit of an issue when it comes to SoundCloud on some things. I don't know how to explain it. So if it depends on how you're doing music and how I do the beat. I mean, I could put it on SoundCloud, but the thing is with SoundCloud is copyright. I had a remix of Drake's God's Plan that I did like 2 years ago, and I put it on YouTube. And when you put it on YouTube and you get copyrighted, they just say, okay, you can't make money from this. Spotify or SoundCloud takes it down and says like, hey, if you do this again, we're going to delete your SoundCloud. So when it comes to SoundCloud, I am very, very picky about what I put on there, just because one, I don't want my SoundCloud to get taken out, because I do have quite a bit of music that I've been working on that's going to be released this upcoming year. And I want to make sure I have a SoundCloud available for me to put it on. But if the beat ends up having all the samples cleared, which it's looking like it will, then it will be on SoundCloud as well. Saw something else. How do you have a mixer? Is it an acquaintance or someone you pay? Like, where do you get someone to do it? I mix all my stuff myself. I mix all my stuff in-house. I have used other people in the past to mix my music. There's a couple of, what's that website? I don't know if you guys follow like Crypt on YouTube. He's like a big YouTube reviewer, but him and, gosh, what's that other guy's name? Why am I blanking on it? Anyways, Crypt and another really big YouTuber I'm a big fan of, but for some reason just blanking on his name. They created a platform called Indie Amplify, where you can go in and connect. Seriously, if you haven't looked it up, it's called indieamplify.com. And you can pay for features, you can pay for beats, you can pay for mixing and mastering engineers. There's a full community on there for you to utilize. And these are guys who are doing this professionally for a living. And I actually went on there. I'm thinking about maybe paying to get one of my songs mixed and mastered from them and doing a video on the results. But there are people who have worked with like DAX, who have worked with, you know, several larger artists that are on Indie Amplify, and mixing and mastering is like $200 a track, which I know $200 is a lot of money, but when it comes to mixing and mastering is not much at all. Like there are people charging like thousands for that. So that's one, but when it comes to everything you've seen on this channel, I've mixed and mastered it myself. And a lot of the times it's a very, very quick mix and master. Like if you go to I actually took a lot of music off of streaming platforms because I'm kind of rebranding, but the music you're going to hear coming out, you can kind of hear my mixing and mastering. I saw there was another question. Damn, didn't know that. What platform do we DM you with? You can do Twitter or Instagram. I'm more likely to see it on Twitter just because Instagram does that whole like message request thing, where, yeah, I'm on Twitter a lot actually. I need to post more on Twitter. I don't really use Instagram that much just because, to be honest, I got 30 pounds of weight I need to lose before I start feeling comfortable posting pictures of myself again, and that's going to be happening this year. That's a goal of mine, but yeah, I'd say either Instagram or Twitter. I'm going to see both of them. I really need help mixing. Drew, hey, email in the description, man. Send it over. Send it over. I will gladly take a look at it and make it the best I can. And on top of that, you'll get in a YouTube video because since I am doing daily, I need as much content as I can possibly have. Oh, side note, I'm going to be moving to Chicago, as you know, some of you probably already know if you've watched my first videos about, you know, the new year. When I get to Chicago, I'm actually going to be renting out like a legit music studio, like in downtown Chicago. I'm putting money aside to save up for it. The money I've been making with YouTube and just other you know, affiliate marketing and sponsors that I have upcoming on this channel is going to be able to pay for it. So I think I'm going to do a contest actually to, once COVID dies down, obviously, I think I'm going to do a contest to try to basically get you guys in studio with me. Is it expensive for that studio? Yes. Yes, it is. It's literally going to be like, it's going to be a room similar to this, but it's going to have like acoustic panels, and it's going to be, I'm going to be basically running a business out of it. So once I get to Chicago, I'm going to be pretty much mixing and mastering for a lot more artists as well as doing my music. And, you know, just kind of networking with people there, building up a network as quick as I can and make a business out of it, because that's what I'm doing already. But they have like triple insulated walls, so no sound like bleeds from studio to studio. South of Chicago, no. I'm not doing it in the south side. It will literally be like right, what is the road called? Division, I believe it is. It's called Music Garage. When you rent a studio, is it just for you to go in there alone or have it to yourself, or is there someone there to manage? No, so it's gonna be a private studio where basically all of my YouTube videos are gonna be filmed in it. All of the gear you're seeing here will live in it. I'll have like my permanent key. There's gonna be like staff and security and stuff. Like there's other studios in the same building. But I'm pretty sure the one I'm going to be going to is called Music Garage. I'm shopping with a couple of different places right now that are all in downtown Chicago. I kind of want one close to where I'm going to be living. I'm going to be living in Wrigleyville. So yeah, that studio, it's not cheap. Let's just say that. But I am making enough money, and I feel like it's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off to begin with to, you know, rent that area out, and I feel like it'll really give me the best opportunity to scale. That is the goal. Obviously, you know, with COVID, if things with my income change, you know, that could change it, and I could be working from my, you know, apartment again. But it's looking like 85% will have that studio in Chicago. We had another question here. Give me the damn chat, YouTube. Come on. There you go. Yeah, so no, not south of Chicago. It's going to be managed completely by me. Yeah, that's basically it. And I mean, literally, I want it to be something where, like, say if one of you guys, for some reason, were in Chicago, like, don't obviously take a trip to Chicago just to go into studio, but like if you're say you're going to Chicago for some reason, you know you're going to be there in 2 weeks, like hit me up. I'd love to have you in studio. I'd love to make a video with you. I'd love to help you make your music a reality. And since you're supporting me, I'm going to support you the best I can. Oh, 2020. Yeah, like I said, it would, Daniel, it would be something like I wouldn't want you to plan a trip around coming to like see me and be in studio. One, because you know that would be a little, I don't know. It would be something like if you just so happen to be in that area. Like don't make a trip planning on getting in, but like if you just so happen to be going there for another reason, DM me, and if I have time, I would love to get you guys in. But don't make it a priority to get into studio with me, because I may be, you know, working with a client and I wouldn't want you guys to come all the way here or all the way to Chicago and not be able to do anything. But I mean, Chicago's a fun city to begin with. You'll find something to do, but like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Don't show up at my doorstep unannounced, basically, is what I'm, what I'm saying. Oh, another thing, let's see, where are we at? This thing right here, the white one, is freaking awesome. Like, absolutely incredible. And if anyone has the money to get one, I would highly recommend it. But let's just say I'm in contact with a couple of companies about doing some sponsored videos where I might be able to give away some free gear here in the near future, and that is definitely on my list. Drew, you're from Chicago? You're from South Side? Is that what you're saying? That's the Akai MPK Mini Mark III. In the country I live, only the red option is available, the one I got pretty much. Hey, you know, the red one's not bad. Like the red one's good. I had the Mark II red one, and I mean, I used it for a while, but I sold it because I bought a Maschine, and then with COVID, I ended up selling that Maschine. So I've been without a beat pad for a while, and that's kind of why I went with the Akai MPK. Drew, you're from Southside Chicago. Well, I tell you what, man. Tell you what, if you keep working on your YouTube channel, I will, obviously with your parents' permission, I would want them there and everything. But, you know, if you start writing a couple songs and, you know, your parents are going to come with you, everything like that, I would be more than happy to help you record any kind of music you have in my studio in Chicago, man. Like straight up, for real. Obviously, again, your parents would have to come with you. Your parents would have to be okay with that. But as long as that happens, let's do it. Oh, Drew, you're from Southside. Just a quick question. What's your stance on Harold's Chicken? Because I'm like from the South. Like I'm from Tennessee, so our fried chicken's like super, super good. I had Harold's in Chicago, and it was the mild sauce was awesome, but the chicken was a little weird for me. What is your stance on Harold's, man? Also Nando's. Nando's is dope, man. Like my girlfriend was literally like dead from a hangover, and Nando's like cured it in a heartbeat. Like legitimately. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, email me, DM me, you know, carrier pigeon if you can figure out how that works. Like, I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help you guys in any way I can. I would love to help mix and master your music. I would love to help promote your music in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I started this channel to make better musicians. Honest to God. Like, it's very fulfilling to me to know that I'm helping you guys. So I just want to say thank you for all the support, and I'm going to support you guys back. Be on the lookout for videos about that, that program. Be on the lookout for a fully dedicated video talking about, the submission program and how I'm going to be doing all that for mixing and mastering, and also be on the lookout for a video about merch. All of that will be coming at some point in this next year. I'm not really sure when. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that, guys. I am doing daily videos. Do not feel like you have to watch every single one, but I appreciate each and every one of you that you do watch. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.